Worldwide movement. Peace, love, respect. Big King Sadiq hollering at you one more again. Oh, man. What a magnificently marvelous start to a day, right? Mm, mm, mm. Fitting to a magnificently marvelous day about to be. Man, thank you all. I love you all, each and every last one of you. Please know that that's the truth. Thank you. We are doing it, man. We have built and are expanding the worldwide movement. Peace, love, respect. Changing this paradigm and this planet in a positive direction. Man, it's beautiful. All right. I didn't woke up when I didn't woke up amped, right? I had a beautiful and powerful night, right? Um, Many of you who watch the channel or know me or in some way a part of the worldwide movement know that I do spiritual work, right? Uh, some call it light work. Either way, uh, last night was, and a lot of that I do at night, right? Last night was a particularly intense, right, and rewarding night of spiritual work. And yeah, man, it was beautiful. So many of you, especially if you're watching this channel, I'm quite sure you're probably aware of uh, what the agnostics, or excuse me, not the agnostics, the Gnostics, uh, sort of an older, I guess you might want to use the word ancient. I wouldn't necessarily use the word ancient. Older order of Christians referred to as the Archons, right? And they're not certainly not the only ones. Um, but yeah, man, the archonic energy has just been, struggling out there and pushing the panic button for quite a while now. I've made you all aware of that. Um, man, I really had them hitting the panic button yesterday, right? Put in some very powerful work. In fact, began to complete a special project of mine that I'll be announcing later on, coming soon, right? Um, but something that is of particular angst, right, to the archonic forces and energies on the planet. Man, so they decided, even though they know, right, even though that energy, those entities know, you can't stop Big King Sadiq and the worldwide movement. Peace, love, respect, right? They still come at me and attack me in various forms and ways. So yeah, they went on ahead and did that last night. Thought they was ready for a fight. What? Tried to come again. They thought they was ready for a shot at the title. Man. Hey, and listen, everybody who knows me, right, personally, will tell you that I ain't exaggerating when I say my fight record is 18-2. Huh? Yeah, that's right. Now only two losses out of that dub. And of course these are years ago because I don't believe in confrontation of any sort anymore, especially understanding and knowing that we are all one. So truly that will be fighting against myself, right? Right. But years ago when I was out in the street rowdy, man, 18-2. And the only two losses I took, ain't this ironic, y'all? The only two losses I took is the only two times that I sought out the fight. that I went looking for trouble, that I started the fight, and as deservedly so, I lost those two fights. Shout out to Terrence and Terrell, right? Love y'all brothers. Peace, love, respect. Man, um, uh, yeah, man, it was something. They figured they would take a shot at the champ, you dig, and try to derail me because I was coming home just beaming, you know, just beaming. And I was all the people I was meeting along the way. We was just beaming together. Worldwide movement, peace, love, respect. It was powerful. You know, you should have seen it. So so yeah, they took a shot at the champ. You dig, and man, the spiritual work I put in last night, boy, they knew they would. I man, for any children, because I know sometimes some young folks check out the channel. Please excuse my language. Everybody knows I do not promote profanity on my channel, right? But man, I was whooping that ass, man. Evil had no shot. Evil had no shot. The darkness couldn't stand up, man. I hit him with first I chalked up my fist real good with knowledge, right? And then I hit him with a Billy Carson uppercut and then connected with a 19 keys right hook. Then I turned around and caught him on the jaw with a Delbert Blair roundhouse kick. It was crazy. I whooped that ass. Man, I'm trying to tell you, we all know we got both the divine feminine and the divine masculine in all of us, right? I hope you know that. Man, the divine feminine came out for a second, and I was Della Reese in Harlem Nights. And if you do it next time, I'm gonna whoop your ass again, boy. I gave it to him, y'all. You heard me? I gave it to him. So we gonna see some profound changes on the planet in a positive direction today as a result of that ass kicking they took last night. I'm trying to tell y'all, don't believe what you see on multimedia. Turn the news off if you need to, because all that little drastic stuff you see, and some of it's not little, I understand, and would never make light of things like the struggle in Ukraine and what's going on in the Gaza Strip and all that. I would never make light of that, right? Certainly would never make light of the loss of human life. But I need you to know that the victories of the light, the dark won't show, right? And we all, those of us who have been free thinking researchers, understand that most of the multimedia organizations are controlled by BlackRock, right? Anyway, we're not gonna get into giving those companies and those shady, nefarious corporations and organizations any kind of hype or publicity. Just know that the scene and the realistic viewpoint of where we are in this struggle is nothing like what they would continue to perpetuate on the news, right? Man, people are waking up all over the world in droves. You heard me, huh? Millions and millions of people on this planet are waking up, coming into higher consciousness, right? People are tired of the old paradigm of misery, pain, hate, war, suffering, all of the symptoms of separation mentality. It's time for unity consciousness and the worldwide movement, peace, love, respect. Man, I got to tell you, I'm trying to tell you, they came at Big King last night when I was putting in my spiritual work, applying love, true unconditional love, our Creator's love to the planetary grid, solar system, and galaxy, man, and they hate that. And as they felt themselves in the control and their clutch, you dig, on the old paradigm, just loosening and loosening and getting weaker. They thought they'd take a shot at the champ. And I had to do it, man. I had to give him a man, I had to float like a butterfly, sting like a bee one time. My man, the greatest. I put it to him. I put it on him. Huh? Man, I'm trying to tell you, it was a beautiful thing, and we're going to reap the rewards of that. I put in spiritual work all the time. I just don't talk about it all the time, right? Uh, but I mean, I went in on them so bad last night. I wouldn't have been surprised if I'd have woke up today and many of the people who have suffered from you dig uh, 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 consciousness compromisation and other ill effects of the old paradigm. I wouldn't have been surprised if they'd just rose up out of that like, man, I feel brand new. The high vibe consciousness in me is alive. And that's beginning, and you dig. I'm sure it did happen like that in some parts of the planet that I might not have seen, right, in my purview. But I'm trying to tell you, man, we on the way. If you ain't able to see it now, turn off the news and get out in the world and take a moment and talk to a couple people, huh? See that people are really ready for change, for real, huh? You heard me. The dark is not winning and shall not. They ain't even close. In fact, they're getting that ass whooped. I'm telling you. You heard it from me. That's the truth. We are moving forward with changing and establishing our new paradigm, right? A beautiful paradigm of peace, love, and respect. And we done with that old paradigm and all of the socially economic elite who keep clinging to it, right? We're coming for you, man. Huh? You can't shut me up. You can't stop me. I ain't doing nothing but I'm just getting started. Dig that. So man, I had to get up, you dig, and give a little update on my spiritual work I put in last night. It was me versus the Archons, and I whooped that ass bad, man. I'm telling, look, whoo, you talking about licking your wood. They ain't even got wounds to lick. They just remnants, huh? Just remnants. I'm trying to tell you, we are winning this thing big time. If you were to take a scoreboard and highlight the 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 those of us who are awakening into higher consciousness, right? And or establishing a new paradigm on this planet, a high vibrational frequency paradigm, one that I like to refer to as peace, love, respect, right? Versus those who are holding on to the agenda of the socially economic elite who serve their hidden masters, the archonic forces, right? And want to hold on, clutching to the old paradigm of misery, pain, and hate. If you were to put it up on a scoreboard like a football game in the fourth quarter, man, we whooping that ass something like 93-3. They ain't managed but a field goal, man. We just out there we're running it up, huh? We're running it up on them, man. Running it up. It's going down. Everybody in the world who has been yearning, right, to see change, to feel change, to do their part to bring about change, huh? Because none of us are to be sitting back right now. We are all to actively be a part of this. None of us are victims anymore, huh? We're taking charge on this planet and bringing about this new paradigm, this high vibrational frequency paradigm of peace, love, respect. True indeed. And I just had to get up today and let y'all know, man, they really are just barely hanging on, huh? Just barely hanging on. And the only reason they even hanging on that much is because of their desperate efforts to keep putting that image in everybody's face of a dystopian future. Man, that ain't going down, huh? Because we not with that. That's not happening. We are not adopting and moving into a dystopian future that meets the agenda of the socially economic elite and their crazy depopulationist movement and all those other negative, nefarious organizational things that are happening behind the scenes that they keep trying to hide. That's a big part of the reason why they losing so vehemently, because you can't hide no more, huh? The socially economic elite have only maintained control on this planet by controlling the flow of information and therefore controlling the way you think and the perceptual box that they have shrunken you into through layers and layers of indoctrination. Those days are done. Huh? Those days are done. We're moving forward, y'all. We're moving into our paradigm, what we are now ready to collectively establish as humanity evolves into higher consciousness. Huh? Just as this energy is affording us to do. Man, it's time. We moving forward with the worldwide movement, peace, love, respect. And if they rise up on me again or anybody else that's striving for peace, love, respect, and love, I'm gonna whoop that ass again, man. Woo! I love you all. The future is bright. Don't believe the hype. Shout out to Flavor Flav. Man, and it makes me think, you don't want to come up on the king when I'm chilling in the defensive mode, man. I told you the only time I lost is when I went looking for a fight. That's how I became a master at chess and began and that's, you heard what I said, and I can claim that if you beat somebody who beat a master, then you can claim yourself to be a master too, right? But I'm retired from chess. But the way I developed my defensive game, I then took after my man Omar Wally. Shout out, good brother Omar Wally. Please holler at me when you get a chance. But yeah, man, y'all got to know that we just keep continuing to evolve, awaken, do free thinking research, huh? And don't be shackled anymore by the layers and layers of indoctrination that we have unknowingly succumbed to in the past, because now we know, huh? Now we know. And it's time to move forward with the worldwide movement. Peace, love, respect. Big King Sadiq, I love you all. I'm